slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change if I had it my way.
Good morning, YouTube. My name is TrenaJ and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video of a day in my life while working at home in case management. So I wanted to do this video just to get my feet wet with doing videos again on YouTube. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the content. So this is going to be a full day of how I actually get my day started and how I end my day. So I hope that you guys will want to come along and just see how I function in a day. So I'm actually going to try to get started because I have these very important time steps that I have to hit and I have to get certain stuff done by those times. So I guess just sit back, enjoy the content, and let's get started.
Sometimes you love too hard, sometimes you go too far. I won't want you if you need me. Real things do not come easy, no. Never been your average girl, so take time with me, take time. Baby, talk to me with action. We could find a place to rest on. Cool down, simmer, cool now, easy. Cool down, simmer, cool down, love. Cool down, simmer, cool now, easy. Cool down.
All right, guys, I am back. I am fully dressed, as you can see. Even though I work from home, I don't like to feel frumpy, so I usually put on like a little two-piece jogging set because I'm always cold. So it's really comfortable and I'm all covered up, as you can see, just simple, basic. So I also keep a blanket nearby for those very reasons, something in arm's reach that I can kind of grab really fast. So it is currently 6:30 in the morning. Before I log in at 7, I will take my dog outside 3 times around the cul-de-sac so that she can take care of her little business, bring her back in, feed her, because if I don't do that, I will be hearing all this yip-yapping all morning and I'm not even trying to go there. We ain't even doing that. So I have to take her outside. So also, let's have a little chit chat. I just currently finished skipping through season 2 of Rhythm and Flow. I don't know if anyone else has watched that show. It's on Netflix. It's about rappers ultimately winning $250,000 to jumpstart their rap career. If you watch season 1, you can tell that these people lived, breathed their craft. Like, they were so talented. Season 2 had me believing that I could get up there and do a little 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, cause I'm like, did this actually just make it on the show? So ultimately, Dre TL won the $250,000. I feel like he was one of the lowest performers to me. The people that were actually good were Dono, Diamond Detroit, the guy from LA, Yoshi. And you probably won't feel me on this, but there was a girl. She was light-skinned and she usually wore the bucket hat. She was so good. The only thing that she was lacking was confidence. Like, they didn't feel her, but she had such a 90s retro vibe. Nobody sounds like her. I know I'm showing my age here, but feel me. She had a 90s retro vibe. She pretty much had a lane of her own because nobody sounds like her. Like, I actually want to see where she goes because I feel like she can go very far because she's just in a lane of her own. So tell me in the comment section, if you watched the show, what did you think about this season? Because they could have just left that off on TV. I'm like, well, give me a contract to make a show. Give me a contract to make a show, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a whole bunch of crackheads. I'm just playing. All right, let me go ahead and take this dog outside and jumpstart this morning. Y'all, what's so funny is I had to put her on this sweater because we got her a haircut, and because she was so matted, she was matted so bad. Oh my God, I got to do better with taking her monthly to get her haircut because just the mats were ridiculous. So they had to cut her down really, really short. Like, her neck is so long. I just hate the way that look. It like a turkey neck. But so I put her on this sweater this morning. She had been acting like really, really bad because I don't know, maybe she mad about this haircut, but she was like, baby, where is my hair? How y'all got hair and I ain't got no hair? So she is upset about that, but we gonna get you together, baby. And so to talk about some of the things that I do inside the case management department working from home, we submit payer notifications to the insurance company to try to make sure every admission is paid. Listen, we do the best that we can. Then we have access to everything that the hospital has access for on our computers. So faxes, we would send fax updates from the insurance company or from anyone, PCPs, and we would attach those to the patient's chart. And then we will also update the patient's chart as to what they said. So whether their stay was approved or denied. If it was denied, we would send that to the UM nurse to actually have them appeal that decision to try to get their decision overturned. If it was approved, we'll just update the patient's chart with an approval for how many days we have. Also, what we will do is we will follow labor and delivery patients. We will follow them from the beginning to the end to make sure that they both discharge together. If they don't, we will provide the insurance payer with information, clinical information to try to make sure those additional days is covered. And if it's a NICU baby, we will have to call the mother's insurance company to make sure that the baby is added to the policy so that we can submit clinical information to them. If baby is not added, then there's nothing we can do. Okay, so I have some notes here as well. We also have, most cases fall inside a system called EPARS. EPARS is a system that the insurance payer may not have received clinical information to start an authorization, or they haven't reached back out to us. Somehow it kind of got lost in transit, so we don't know what happened, and we didn't get any update as to whether the stay was approved or not. So we would call them to kind of figure out what's going on and to see what we would need to do, and if they would allow us to submit a retro notification. That's just submitting a notification past time frame to try to get the patient stay covered. So that is some of the things that we do. We also, one other thing, we also do surgeries. We don't do those from home, but we will go into one of our campuses to do surgeries. We will basically clinically look at a patient just to see what level of care they would need, whether inpatient or observation. And we would try to submit that information to the insurance company prior to their surgery so that we can get those stays covered. Because most of the time when they come in for their surgery and they end up staying in observation status or inpatient status after the fact, sometimes those cases go missed and those stays are not covered. So we try to make sure that that stuff is handled on the front end. We also just had a huge process change. So everything that how we normally would do things in our department has totally changed. So I'm trying to just kind of get used to doing this new system or this new process the way that they want us to. Is totally different, but being in the medical field, processes and system change all the time. So you kind of have to get used to that and just kind of roll with the punches. So if you are looking to be in the medical field, that is a very important thing. You have to be comfortable with constant changes because it just is what it is. Things are changing daily and we have to keep up. So I'd rather keep up than to get left behind. So that's something that we just kind of pretty much deal with. I'm pretty much used to it because, like I said, it happens all the time. I am at a point on my list to where I am now working with the babies. My babies are in NICU status, so I need to call the mother's insurance to see if they have been added so that I can submit an NOA for the baby so that their stay can be covered. So I'm going to make a few phone calls. Of course, I will not be able to let you hear them because of patient information. Listen, I ain't going to jail for nobody. So I'm going to start on these phone calls and try to take care of this really, really fast because I'm trying to get off on time. I ain't trying to sit around here and play with nobody. So let me begin starting these phone calls. I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 babies on my list and 3 of them are in NICU status. So I need to figure that out. And they are from, and they are from different payers. So let me see exactly what I need to do and get their contact information.
Sometimes you go too far. I won't want you if you need me. Real things don't not come easy, no. Never been your average girl. So take time with me, take time. Maybe talk to me with some action. We could find a place for your action. Cool down, some cool now, please. Cool down.
So hey, I am currently off work. I am in the car at the bus stop getting my son. Well, he hasn't arrived yet, but he'll be here in about the next 10 minutes. I usually just come up here a little early and just kind of sit up here and wait for him because sometimes the bus comes a little early. So I'm just waiting. So I decided to get some footage in Today was a pretty easy day. I never really have any bad days at work. Like, this is like nothing compared to my other job. Like, my other job, I used to be stressed out all the time. It was just like I was always fighting with a department. Like, I worked inside the admissions office, and we used to admit patients to the facility. So the nurses were always mad at you. The administrator, he wanted to make sure you met your number. So he was like, whatever y'all need to do to get there, just as long as it's clinically appropriate. Like, I don't care. Like, and they're able to fit inside these beds. And, you know, too much ain't going on with them clinically, then, hey, go. But then, you know, if the nurses or the nurse manager, she would be like, oh, no, you know, what's going on? This patient do this, this patient do this, this patient want too much medicine. Then he like, well, you know, kind of slow down. It was just always something. The nurse is mad at you. The CNA's mad at you. The nurse manager mad at you. The nurse assistant mad at you. Like, it's just like social work mad at you. And I'm just like, yo, we can't like win for losing. Like, we cannot win. It was just very stressful to the point where I'm just like, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? And then it just got to a point where I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of, like, it was just like a gray space. And I just kind of was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. And I just looked up on this position. It just was like, bam. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try this out. So that's what I did. And I haven't had any work problems since. So I've been pretty much just, I'm mentally able to be comfortable at work in my job. Not because it's home, because I still chat with people, but I still can be social going into the hospitals, communicating with people. It's just a better work-life balance for me. My old position was not a good work-life balance. It was just too much. And I promised myself I would never sit at a job that long and be that miserable. And I did. And I'm just like, okay, Trina, whatever you say you're going to do, you need to do it, because I'm not finna die for nobody pushing somebody else's agenda. Like, find somebody else to do it. Like, now when something going on that somebody want to complain about something at work, listen, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not having those problems. I'm not going to take on somebody else's problems that they have at work. That ain't my issue. I know where I come from. I come from a job that every day was something huge, big, like problems. This is no problems. Like, I'm not taking on your problems. Like, if you want to find somebody else to gossip with about work problems, about anything that, I don't care what it is, I don't want to hear it. I'm not here for it. Where I'm trying to go in my life is somewhere great, positive, you know, for me, for my mental health, for my physical, mental, whatever you want to say. I'm just trying to be in a positive standing in my life. I don't have time for no other stuff, no negative stuff. I don't want to hear. I don't want to be around it. And that's just that. So my son's bus is approaching. I know I'm going on a little, you know, chant, but listen, some people got to hear it. Like, it just, sometimes it just need to be said. But let me hop out and get my son off this bus. So I'll be back. Hey y'all, I finally made it back home, and I just came back from Dollar Tree, Family Dollars, and Walmart. I made a trip so that I can buy some candy to fill up his candy bags for his class. He has a party on Friday, so I wanted to make sure that I did that early on. They still need cupcakes and cookies, but I'm gonna get them Thursday. And I did find some items to put inside his teacher's Christmas mailboxes. So I found the Moroccan Rose lotion. I also found the Moroccan Rose spray. So I'm gonna put that inside. It's a lot of chocolate in here, and I also bought these chocolate as well. These are $3 at Walgreens, almost $3 at Walgreens, and at Family Dollars, not Family Dollars, Dollar Tree, they are $1.25. So I bought a gang of these. So there is a card in here. I'm gonna put a gift card in here. It's still in the plastic. I'm not gonna take it out of the plastic until I get the gift card and write something sweet inside. So that's when I'll take it out of the plastic, once I get that. So I bought two because, like I said, he does have two teachers And I'm gonna make about an extra little Christmas box for one of my good friends. She's been so sweet to me, so I'm gonna make sure I get her a gift card and put it inside her Christmas box. So I'm warming up our dinner from earlier. I started it earlier. So we got some fresh green beans, a rotisserie chicken, and some mashed potatoes. So I got that going. That's gonna be our dinner tonight. And I'm gonna wrap this all up. But I'm gonna get ready to put my cookies in the oven. So I bought this little plastic container to put the cookies in. And I'm gonna get that ready for them. So I guess I'll start doing that, and you can just kind of watch me while I get everything wrapped up for them and get everyone situated for the night.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me, you kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing, and it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you were. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see how.
I am wrapping everything up. Baby sis is tired, okay? I have one more batch of cookies in the oven. I have a batch here. I burnt the first batch because I was in the room watching TV and lost track of what I was doing. And yes, so the first batch is burnt. So after I wrap that up, I'm gonna actually clean up the kitchen, what I messed up, and take me a bath and get ready for the night. But I do have my husband's plate here. We had rotisserie chicken, mashed potatoes, and fresh green beans. So I'm gonna actually put this up for him. He should be walking to the door any second. And I'm done. I'm sticking a fork in it. It's done for the night. So I will see you on the next vlog or the next video. So see you soon. Peace.